Hi, Instagram fam. It's that time again. Thanks for joining us for today's live. I think we already have Facebook connected, going quickly today. Today we're going to be talking about Airtable versus ClickUp. So a lot of people have asked me, oh, you do ClickUp, you do, okay. Do you do Airtable setup? And the answer is no. I have used Airtable. Airtable has a lot of really cool features. It's very robust. But what I have seen is that most everything that I've been able to create in Airtable for my personal needs, I've been able to do in ClickUp. So I try not to muddle the waters for me and have too many things going on. But I want to be more objective today in talking about what the differences are, what they share in common, why some people use both, and so on. So, there's been a lot of buzz around Airtable, around ClickUp, some people using them together. For example, a lot of people use Airtable for creating content calendars, even for social media, for email marketing, etc., for doing podcast scheduling, podcast pitching, and a lot of that other kind of stuff. Housing information for your SOPs, for like referral partners and affiliates and all that good stuff. And it's very true. You can do all of that within Airtable. Again, for me personally, I've seen that even in programs where I got templates in Airtable, I've seen that I personally can just recreate those right within ClickUp, and it makes the most sense for me because I'm already living in ClickUp. We've said it before, and I'll say it again and again, but ClickUp is our one source of truth. It is the thing that we go to every day, and I don't like to get distracted when I sign on to the big worldwide web by all of these other things. But Airtable is really cool. It has a lot of awesome features. So talking about if you need both and what some of the differences are, and if you do use both, like how can you connect them, etc. So basically, here are some of the differences. ClickUp was designed to be a project management tool. If you hear me say PM tool, that's what that means, project management tool. What this means is you're managing projects, managing tasks, due dates, team members, all those details, right? Project management tool. Airtable is a database software, so it stores data. Now, Airtable, as opposed to something like Google Sheets or Excel, has a lot of automations and a lot of extra goodies that you can do with it. So again, it's not saying that it is like Excel or like Google Sheets. It does store information and data in that same way, but it has a lot of extras as well. Whereas, yeah, you can store data in ClickUp. It wasn't made to do that, but you can do that. Just like there's a lot of overlapping features of things that you can do within ClickUp, you can also kind of recreate there in Airtable. But to compare them as if they are the same kind of tool is incorrect. So ClickUp is, again, a project management tool, more like Asana or Trello, Monday, those kind of project management tools. Whereas Airtable is going to be more like a Google Sheets, Excel kind of thing. More, you're thinking like spreadsheets, even though they're called bases, which is why I just said Airbase. But they aren't interchangeable in that way. So some people have tried one or the other, and they feel like, one is limiting where the other is so wonderful. Like maybe some people think that ClickUp is just a glorified to-do list, which I highly disagree with. I feel like maybe people who think that haven't really seen all of the features you could do within ClickUp. But that's the thing, is that it is task management. You are managing to-dos, just with a whole lot of other features thrown in there. Whereas Airtable as a database has a lot of other cool features that you can do, like linking the records, so linking the information from one base to another, building forms. So it has those different kind of views where somebody can submit a form and it adds the information in, creating libraries with media and information. Now, all that to say that all of those things that I just mentioned can happen within ClickUp as well. We link records by using relationships within ClickUp. ClickUp has form views in every single list that you can use and submit data to actually drop onto the list. And you can use a table view if you want to view it like a spreadsheet kind of view. We do all of our content calendars within ClickUp, and it's nice there because we can actually assign due dates and people to them. So again, a lot of the things that are happening in one can also happen in another. So one thing that I love about ClickUp, obviously relationships is just one of my favorite features. We use it all the time. But one way that we use it is that since we've moved over our content creation for blog posts and newsletter and social media and shorts and all of those things for our content creation, for our marketing, ClickUp actually has docs, ClickUp docs, right? So you can create a document and then actually link that in a relationship inside of the task. So then we're not having to go over to now Google Drive or Google Docs and grab that document or go be directed to somewhere else, which is always more distracting. When we're right there inside the task, we just drop down to the relationships and click on it, and it pops up right within ClickUp, and we have everything that we need. So having that documents feature is a game changer for me for not having to leave the software that I'm already working in, right? Another question that was asked is if you are using both, and again, a lot of people do for various reasons, but if you are using both, can they talk to each other? Are they integrated in some way? So again, ClickUp has a lot of views that you can add on. You can see things in a list view, board view, like the Kanban style, table view, form view, which is how we talked about. You can submit actually information via a form, but they also have an embed view. So with the embed view, you can actually go into Airtable, and if you have whatever base that you're wanting to communicate within ClickUp, you can grab the embed view and then load it into the embed view where the code goes in that view that you're looking at within ClickUp. Now, it's going to be read-only, so it's not that you can then update those fields from right there within ClickUp, but you'll be able to view the information. There is kind of a workaround for doing that if you don't want to leave ClickUp at all. I have actually created dashboards for this, especially for like tracking KPI information, until I just recreated that information all within ClickUp. But what you can do is actually create like a dashboard that has one side of the form view of whatever base that you're trying to use, and then the other side has the updated information. So once you submit information into the form for that base and hit enter and kind of let it process, then it's going to also update the view that you're looking at to just view all of the information within that base. Let me know if that makes sense. If not, I can make a little video or something to explain that a little better, but it's just another way, another extra detail that you can make ClickUp and Airtable communicate with each other if you're using both, right? All right, so we're probably going to be opening up another 4-week workshop for ClickUp. So if you have been trying to decide if the ClickUp setup in a day, the VIP day is for you, or if the coaching one-on-one is for you, and you just are kind of vacillating, toggling between the decisions, maybe the workshop is for you. We do start with some of the basics, but we dive all the way into automations and forms within this workshop. You have 4 different classes with me, basically. It's in a group setting, and we have homework assignments and opportunities to ask me questions between the actual workshop calls. So if some 4-week workshop is something that would interest you with ClickUp, please send me a DM, just kind of letting me know so I can get a better feel for if a workshop is what I want to offer and when we want to offer it. You know, basically the best start date for that. But for sure, ask me your questions. Let me know if something like that is a lower ticket item if we get a group of people into it. But I would be happy to serve y'all in that way as well. Some other things that we do for ClickUp, again, as I mentioned, is 4-week one-on-one coaching and just one-off consulting calls. So maybe this question about Airtable and figuring out how to embed and create those dashboards, maybe that's the thorn in your side, but you've got everything else figured out. We could handle that even in a one-off consulting call. So if you have questions about what we discussed today, Airtable versus ClickUp, send me a DM, drop a comment down below, ask me a question, and I'd be happy to answer that for you. Have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.